Hey, it's Liz from No Trace. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a very cute mini tote bag that is an excellent size for your lunch or for a quick trip out. So let's jump in. I am using two different heavyweight fabrics for this bag. I got these two fabrics from Swanson's Fabrics. The link to Swanson's Fabrics is in the description box below this video. And if you go to their website, you can order a pound of what they call heavy hot garbage, which is heavyweight material that is unused and being resold. So it's upcycled fabrics that other crafters have discarded, and it's super duper affordable. I'm going to be doing several projects using this hot garbage from Swanson's, and today I'm going to use these two for my small tote bag. The tote bag I'm going to be making is made up of an outer layer and an inner layer, so it's fully lined and reversible, and it comes together with 5 pieces for the outer layer and 5 pieces for the inner layer. All of the measurements to cut your fabric are in the description box below this video. I have my pieces cut. Again, all these numbers are in the description box below this video, but I have 2 pieces for the outside that are 11 inches tall and 10 inches wide each. And then I have 2 pieces for the sides that are also 11 inches tall, 3 inches wide, 1 piece for the bottom panel that's 10 inches tall and 3 inches wide. And then the same for the inside fabric, all those same numbers. And I have 2 12-inch straps. I'm using cotton webbing for my straps. They are 1 inch wide, 12 inches long. You could definitely make your own straps in matching fabric, and I have a tutorial on how to sew your own straps, which I will link to right here. The first step is to pin the larger panels to the side panels, and I'm going to pin them pretty sides together, and I'm going to line up those edges and put a few pins here, and I'm going to pin the other side panel right side together onto the other side of one of my pieces. If you're cutting this from a continuous strip of fabric, you could line up the pattern so that it matches. And you could cut this out. You could cut out your pattern pieces so that you get your pattern continuous through all 4 of these pieces. Since I'm working with hot garbage or scraps, I don't have the capacity to totally line up the pattern, but I do have the direction going correctly for all my pieces. So let's take this piece to the machine. At the machine here, I am going to sew these pieces together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And I am going to do a back stitch at the beginning and the end. And I'm going to actually stop my stitches a 1/2 inch away from the bottom edge. So I will show you that in just a sec. Okay, so I stopped a little bit away from the bottom edge. Now I'm going to repeat that, and I'm going to sew these 2 pieces together, also stopping my seam a 1/2 inch away from the bottom edge. So these 3 pieces are attached. Now I'm going to pin the other large panel piece right sides together. I'm going to pin it onto the side pieces. So this is pinned to each of the side pieces. So I have kind of a little box shape going on here. I'm going to go ahead and once again sew each of these sides with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to stop a 1/2 inch away from the bottom edges. All of these 4 pieces are joined. So next up, I'm going to get the bottom piece attached here, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it right side to right side. So I'm just pinning along the long edge first, and I will show you how to sew it. This part is just a little bit fussy. It's very, very doable, but you just want to be mindful of your other pieces when you go to sew this bottom flap on. So you want to make sure that your side piece is pulled away and you're only sewing these two pieces together. And I'm starting my seam right where this one ended. So again, it should be a 1/2 inch away. And you just want to feel and make sure that you are not catching something extra in your seam. And just backstitch and go all the way down. And I'm getting close to the other end. So I just want to show you, you want to stop before you get to, when you get to your other seam here, the seam that's going sideways. And of course, make sure you're not catching anything extra. And do a little backstitch. So this seam is finished. It ended right there. I'm going to flip the bag over and sew the other long sides together. And once I do that, I'll show you how to sew the short sides, because that is a little bit trickier, but still very doable. To get the bottom short side sewn up, you're going to want to pull the panels away so that you don't get any of your large panel in this seam. So you can just kind of pull it to the side like you're making a sort of triangle shape there. And then you just sew from seam to seam. So your seam should look like that, more or less, and your outer panels should be totally separate. If you accidentally caught some, no big deal, just get your seam ripper, try again to only sew from seam to seam without catching your other fabric. So now I'm gonna flip it over and just get this one last spot. I went ahead and joined the 5 inner pieces together as well. So in the next step, I'm going to turn my inside right side out, and I am going to place it inside my outer layers, which is still wrong side out. And then I'm going to take a moment and line up all of the seams on the sides, on these corners. I like to kind of open up my seams, make sure they're touching, and then either pin or clip them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for all 4 of these seams. These are pinned together. Next, it's time to get our 12-inch straps and fold them and place them in between 2 of the layers. So between one outer and one inner layer. We're pointing the loop down towards the bottom of the bag, and then we want to have these ends sticking out just a little bit so we can see them. You're probably going to want clips for the straps because it can get a little bit too bulky for pins. I always use regular old metal binder clips because I try not to buy plastic when I can. Sometimes it happens, like this ruler. Anyhow, now that the straps are here, we're going to clip them into a specific spot, and I like to clip them about 3 inches away from one of the side seams. So I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to measure 3 inches from this seam, and I'm going to center the strap at 3 inches. So I want the middle of the strap to be right at 3 inches from the seam, and then clip it into place. And then the same thing on this side. Grab my strap and measure over 3 inches from this side seam and center that. So that's right there. And once again, clip it into place. Now I'm going to flip the bag over, get the second strap in between the layers, and I can line them up in the same way using the ruler. You want to make sure that your straps are straight up and down where you clipped them, and you can also take a moment and make sure that your straps are going to be aligned with each other when you go to sew. If not, you can go ahead and shift them around as you need to. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew. I'm going to be sewing along this top open edge here, and I'm going to be starting just before one of my straps. So here's my side. I'm going to skip over the side, and I'm going to start right before one of my straps. And I am going to be reinforcing every single strap with 3 rows of stitches so that my straps are strong. I'm also going to do a back stitch at the beginning. And I'm also going to make sure my strap still seems to be straight up and down. Sometimes they shift a little bit. So go ahead and fix that. So over the strap and then back stitch. And then over it one more time. And then I'll just keep going all the way around. I just finished sewing over the last strap, and I haven't yet made it back to my starting stitches, which are over here. So I'm going to go a little bit further, and then I'm going to stop and leave an opening so that I can turn the whole bag right side out. So there's my opening. It's about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. Now it's time to birth the bag, the grand reveal. I feel like I need a little drum roll or some kind of grand reveal music here. This is always one of my favorite parts. I'm just pulling the fabric, pulling the bag out through the opening until I'm looking at both of the right sides of the fabric, and my bag looks like this, and there's an opening. It's almost done. I'm going to tuck the inner layer into the outer layer. This bag is totally reversible, so it doesn't really matter what you call inner or outer, but I am going to tuck that in, and I'm probably going to get a chopstick and push these corners out really well too. It is already looking so cute. The very last thing to do is to press this top edge really well and then top stitch all the way around, especially here at the opening on the side. You want to fold that opening over and press it really nicely and sew all the way around the bag with about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. It's done, and it is so cute. I think I transformed this hot garbage into something really special that we can use over and over again. And like I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to get some of your own hot garbage, the link to Swanson's fabrics is below this video.